Let's turn our attention just very briefly now to what's going on at Bolton Council. Bolton Council, I assume, have made sure that all schools are running perfectly. Every pothole has been fixed, and there is no one who is needing any sort of social care or help in their old age or while they're ill or infirm or disabled, because that's all sorted by the council, because that's when they've got so much spare money. They were able to grant money to an Extinction Rebellion climate cafe, because that's what they've done. £1,134. A grant was issued in July for a monthly climate discussion meeting at the Climate Cafe, advertised as a relaxed and informal place for a chat about all matters climate related. Your money, my money, going on that. Well, let's talk about this with Elliot Keck. He's head of campaigns at the Taxpayers Alliance. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Julia.
I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? These councils keep saying they haven't got any money to do all these really important things that people care about, spaffing more than £1,000 up the wall for people to have a chat over presumably a soya latte or something, or a chai tea, about climate.
Well, I suppose I'd prefer these people to be chatting about which vegan cheese is the most ecologically sustainable, rather than doing what they normally do, which is vandalise our artwork, disrupt traffic, and so on and so forth. But the fact that taxpayers' money is going towards this is absolutely extraordinary. Over £1,100. It may not sound much, but when you consider the people that it's going to, I think it's absolutely outrageous.
£1,134 could pay for quite a lot of visits by carers to go and help elderly people who need help getting up and washing and dressing and making food. Every single penny that government and local government spends matters, doesn't it? And that's what you guys keep an eye on.
Well, that's absolutely right, and save the pennies and the pounds will save themselves is the reason why we have that motto. And listen, it speaks to an attitude within the council. If the council is willing to give over £1,100 to Extinction Rebellion, imagine what else it would be willing to waste money on. I think that's a real question that taxpayers will be asking.
Yeah, I mean, again, can't they buy their own coffees? I mean, given that most of the people who care about this stuff all appear to be from the landed gentry anyway, there's always, aren't they, the Arabellas and the Tristrams, aren't they? I mean, don't get many ordinary people, people who've got jobs and can't spend the day up a gantry on the M25, those people.
Yeah, and it's also such a performative way of doing politics, isn't it? Sitting around in a hippie, happy cafe, rather than maybe going out and doing some picking up litter, actually, helping the environment, the local environment. £1,100 maybe towards a load of people going and cleaning up the local parks. That would be money well spent in terms of environmentally. But an inclusive cafe, which I think is what they've deemed it, is an obviously absurd thing to be giving money to.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, well done for exposing this. But again, it's just painful every time we hear about these stories. Thank you for joining us, Elliot Keck, head of campaigns at the Taxpayers Alliance. Claire Pearsall still with us. This is the thing. Again, you say, it's money down the back of the sofa, doesn't really matter. But actually, every single penny needs to be spent. And when councils are complaining we haven't got any money, well, if you haven't got any money, I would have thought this is the first thing that would go.
Well, exactly. This is taxpayers' money. It shouldn't be spent on protest groups. It absolutely shouldn't. If they want to hire a room at the council, then they should pay for it themselves. Don't need a grant for it.
Even if it was a really good cause that I agreed with, I still wouldn't think that money should be spent. Again, these people, I mean, cafes are by definition inclusive. Anyone could go in and order their tea or coffee.
That's right, they can have their avocado.
Have carrot cake if you want it. No one's going to arrest you, but I don't want to pay for it.
Well, no, and why should we? I mean, if you want to do that with like-minded people, then, they can all crack on, but it doesn't need a council to give them a grant.
Tell us where you are so we don't go into the same place, because I don't think I could listen to that nonsense for very long, although you'd probably spot them by all the blue hair.
Well, I mean, it would be soya lattes, wouldn't it? You could smell the chai.
There's a lot of soya milk in our fridge here. Young people, what can you do?